So, in my last video, I mentioned how it's more risky for me to show up and share my truth on the internet than it is for Aaron Doughty. And this is really important to note, I think, before I get going here. Um, and it has nothing to do with him really. He's just an example, right? I could use any white man talking on the internet as an example for this. Um, but it's more risky for me to show up than it is for him. Not only that, but he is more likely to get traction because he's a white man. And society is subconsciously trained to listen to him. Are we on track? Does this land? Does that make sense? So, for me, not only am I showing up as a woman, well, I mean, I'm non-binary, but I'm viewed as a woman through the binary of society. So I'm showing up as a non-binary person. I'm showing up as a queer person. I'm showing up as a person with disabilities. I got a spirit thumbs up telling me to keep going. Um, and so all of those are actually factors that make it more risky for me to speak up and speak truths. Um, and there's so many reasons for that. I mean, the biggest reason is because we live in a patriarchal society created to put the opinion of white men above everybody else. So, I mean, this just felt really important to acknowledge. I mean, I think that's all that I have to say about it, which is weird because usually I'm used to like videos being longer. But I'm not really here to be making these types of videos necessarily. Like, I'm here to talk about my experience. I'm not here to talk about the experience of a white man. Um, but I'm having a lot of compassion for myself and reminding myself that my experience matters. Because I live in a world based on my intersectionality, I live in a world that tells me my experience doesn't matter because I was born with a pussy. Now, on the other hand, also very important to note, is that I'm a white person. So I was also raised to be taught to believe that my opinion has value because I'm a white person. Like, that's what I was taught by society. I'm not saying that that is true, but that is the script from a colonial capitalist patriarchal society. That's what the script is. And so we're breaking apart that script. And I'm hoping that by sharing my experience, I can contribute to deteriorating that script. Now, I'm not saying that I want to contribute to the downfall of white male spiritual influencers. I mean, if they're genuine people who are really trying to like embody equality, then have at it. But the thing in the spiritual space is there's a lot of spiritual bypassing, and there is a lot of cultural appropriation, and there is a lot of people who are not genuinely looking at themselves, or maybe more importantly, where they exist in privilege in society. Because this is not just about a personal journey. This is about everyone. This is about everyone coming together for equality for all. And so, yeah, I mean, I just think that that's important to acknowledge. And there's many things that will need to be acknowledged as we move forward here. I'm just getting started. But more than anything else, I will share my experience, and I hope that if you resonate with my experience, then you can feel seen, heard, understood, because that's healing in itself, in my opinion. And it helps us relate to one another, and the more that we can relate to one another, the more, the better off we're going to be. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know what your experience is. I can only tell you mine. And to be honest, sometimes it's an interesting line to balance, because I love nothing more than telling people what to do, to be honest. But I have learned that I can't tell anyone what to do unless they really want me to tell them. And usually when someone actually wants me to tell them what to do, there's a monetary exchange involved. So anyway, that's completely separate from what this video is initially about. So I'm going to wrap it up. But yeah, I hope that by sharing together, we can grow together as well. And just all show up as more authentic versions of ourselves, for ourselves. Like, I'm not wearing any masks. Like I said, I took my masks off, and I'm just not really interested in putting them back on, because masks are heavy. And then they just melt off my face when they fall, and it's painful. So no masks here. Just a little queer.